Fiber artists use thread as their palette. And you can find a lot of their work here at the Craftsman's Guild, but you can also find it at the Tutwiler Community Education Center in North Mississippi. And that's where we're going to start this week. Let's travel up to Tutwiler and meet a group of ladies who make a living by making quilts.
The quilting program started 28 years ago. Originally, the center started out of a one room at the Tutwiler Clinic. Sister Brooks, who also is a doctor, was invited down to open the Tutwiler Clinic. And she knew that there were other issues that were affecting the health of the individuals who were coming to the clinic. So they started an outreach program out of one room, which after they outgrew it, came the Tutwiler Community Education Center. So she invited Sister Maureen to come down. At that time, there weren't very many jobs in Tutwiler for the women. So Sister Maureen asked the women, what do they want to do, and knew that they were making quilts. So that was an opportunity for the women in Tutwiler to make their own money.
What they do is take their work home and bring it back with a finished product, and I would inspect the work and buy the work from them, and then we sell.
The quilters make the quilts or whatever items that they make, but what the center does immediately is pay them for the items that they make. So it's our responsibility to sell them.
They get 80% of what we sell the product for, and the other 20% go back into the pot to buy more thread or material for them to work with.
We also supply all the supplies they need to make them. The fabric, the batting, the thread, and all those items are donated to us. Our donors are from all over. We do a newsletter and we request items. In return, we're able to give them to the quilters to make the quilts and the pot holders and the mittens and the placemats, the things that they make.
I started here in 1990. The nuns ran an ad in the paper, and I saw it. I got the sewing for them, and it was not easy when we first started. We would make our product, and we would bring it in, and the nuns would check it, and sometimes they would give it back to us. But everybody kept on going till they got it right. And as you can see, some of us are still here.
It has changed to accommodate some of the different needs.
When we first started out, we was making just the big quilts. Then we moved to the tote bags.
We make now computer bags, iPad bags,
placemats, table runners.
Because people wear lanyards, wear their IDs, so we make lanyards.
Pot holders, we got the hand knitting. Whatever we think would sell, that's what we try to make.
If you come into the center, you're able to purchase items on site, and you'll eventually be able to purchase items online.
It's a relaxing feeling, and then you can stop and start back, whenever you get ready, because you're at home. And when you come here, you can see what other people's are made, and then you get a good idea of how your next project gonna do.
Once they get their pack of material, they would take it home and lay it out. They say that the material speaks to them, and then whatever come up, come out.
I'm always in awe to see what the quilters make, of how they've taken the material and created a pot holder or a quilt without even using a pattern. That's what I enjoy, looking at the finished product.
I think it's important because quilting is a dying art. We don't have too many people who would take time to sit down and quilt.
A lot of the young, they really don't even know how to thread a needle. They really don't. I don't see them doing it.
We're offering quilting workshops, so we're trying to build our own quilters, so to say, in the community, so that we will continue to have quilters. But throughout the years, they have changed.
People are really not interested in quilting. They love the work, but they don't like the finger sticking. So it began to be a lost art. But from the class, I hope we can find new people to come in. If you want to do it, you can learn.
Sewing is one of my gifts from God. I was self-taught. It has paid for everything that you can think of. It has bought cars. It has paid for graduations, fees for my children.
It helps. It helps a lot. It helps a lot. I'll be looking forward to getting a check.
It's a job to them because they know I can take in 2 or 3 items and they might pay my water bill, you know, something like that. So it's very important to me.
I think the program does make a difference, and historically, it has been used as an avenue for women to become self-sufficient and make their own money, and not only work, but work from their homes so that they can still be there to look after their family or their grandkids. And it also still brings the publicity and brings people to Tutwilers because they want to see the Tutwiler quilters.
There are people out there who treasure what we do. We don't see it as being a big deal. But when we get the postcards back and they're like, oh, I can't go past the room without stopping. Or I just look at it all day long. And we like, you do? Because we don't see that. Other people is paying big money for this. We like, oh, I just made one to throw over the couch.
Thanks for joining us. If you like what you see, subscribe to Mississippi Public Broadcasting. Till next time, I'll be seeing you on Mississippi Roads.